Haven't I made it obvious? Haven't I made it clear?
Hello guys, I'm Indah. I'm Afifah. Anyway, for this video, today we are going to be talking about superstition, pop culture, slang words, and review about article on the website. Let's get into the video. Superstition is belief that appear are delusional, such as assuming that they have supernatural powers or associating strange even with something which has no basis in Islamic teaching. Definition: superstition is a hoax that is not in accordance with Aqidah. The meaning: superstition is imagination. For the example, number 13 is believed to be an unlucky number. When there are disaster or bad event associated with this number. For example, the incident occurred on the number 13, or the victim 13 people, or less incident in the floor 30. No connection and no logic to a number cause good and evil. So, superstition doesn't develop, and we don't encounter it in urban communities who think logically. Superstition is still very thick on the village community because the power of critical thinking and logic is not good. For the other example is having a Thanksgiving before filling a new home meaningful. You ask permission of the spirit of the house watchman. Other example, it is recommended to use black dog hair because it has the use to cure people possessed by spirits. Whereas if study in society and logic like this can be accepted with logic. Any object, number, event, or things that are considered strange are associated with something that can be related both good and bad for someone. As in the example above, has not been found scientifically. So also in religious teaching where everything is who same no difference. Number 2, pop culture. Pop culture, also called mass culture and pop culture, set is generally recognized by members of a society as a set of the branches, beliefs, and objects that are dominant or ubiquitous in a society at a given point in time. Pop culture also encompasses the activities and feelings produced as a result on interaction with this domain object. Heavily influenced in modern times by mass media, this collection of ideas ferments the everyday lives of people in a given society. Therefore, pop culture has a way of influencing an individual attitudes toward certain topic. However, there are various ways to define pop culture because of this. Popular culture is something that can be defined in a variety of conflicting ways by different people across different contexts. It is generally viewed in contrast to other forms of culture, such as folk culture, working class culture, or high culture, and also through different theoretical perspectives such as psychoanalysis, structuralism, postmodernism, and more. The most common pop culture categories are entertainment, such as movie, music, television, and video games. Sport, news as in people flash in the news. Politics, fashion, technology, and slang. Pop culture have positive and negative point. Negative point is no culture identity of the country because it has been covered by the pop culture of the world. Positive point is we can see the development of the world and apply daily life with certain restriction. So we must preserve our culture which has been submerged by mass culture. For example, shopping as example of popular culture that developed in the community. A few years ago, if we shop, we have to go to the mall or we to shop as a public space. In this case, the existence of the public space become a medium for a group of people to gather in the shopping center. But now, if we want to shop, we don't need to leave the house, no big cell phone to shop whatever we need. Pop culture developed following the changing time whose development is more determined by community industry such as film, television, new media, and advertising industry. Okay guys, next we're going to talk about slang words. What is slang words? Well, slang words means that group or people using it to conversation each other using very informal words. You don't have to necessarily use them in your conversation or in your speech, but you have to know them. Why? Because using slang words in daily routine is very common in our society, in around us. That is a trend. So we must know what is slang words and how to apply in our conversation in our society in daily routine. Because of this, I will give you 5 examples of slang words. The first, creep. Creep means strange person. That means person who really creepy. So, for example, you have a secret admirer and she or he always staring at you, even stalking you. So he or she want to get your attention, want to get your more information about you, and then you can call he or she your creep. The second is to feel blue. To feel blue means to feel sad. So when you have many problems in your life, you can say today I feel so blue. It means today you feel so sad. Third, to have a blast. To have a blast means to be really entertained, to have really good time, good day, to really enjoy doing something. So for example, if you enjoy watching this video, you can say I had a blast. This is a really nice video. And number 4 is babe. We always very common heard this word. Every people very common to use this word. Babe means if you refer to someone as a babe, it means that you think they're hot or attractive. So when you saw a girl or man and you think that they very hot or attractive, you can call she or he babe. And the last one is wrap up. In here, wrap up means to finish something. So when you have many exercise to do and then you have to finish faster, you can say, okay, let's wrap up. That means, okay, let's finish. That's all about slang words. Thank you. Okay guys, next I will review about the article that I find on the website. And the topic of this article is the perception of beauty across cultures. From this article, we get the knowledge and new perception about beauty across cultures. So, I will tell in this sets what's explained. In this sets explain that there are the girl. When this girl grew up, she grew not pretty, a face full of pimples. She short and fat, and people around her said that she ugly. So she feel so worried about people said about her. But when she was in Singapore, the small petite women with their Chinese feature is beauty. While in Africa, the big women with their voluptuous figures and features is beautiful. So, both of these country so different. And then when she was in Europe and America, everybody loved her. So she was so surprised, get shocked. Why? Because in her country, everyone around her said that she's so ugly, not pretty. But when she was in Europe and America, everyone in there loved her with his complexion, the most darker is more beautiful. Especially we can call that her skin is exotic. So imagine that you are born into a culture with no belief system. You can choose to believe whatever you want about yourself, but that is impossible in our society. And we know that there is no beauty, any social standards. So please focus with your skill. And from this article, we know that means culture is always based on certain belief system held true by a large section of humanity. So guys, this is my review about this article, the perception of beauty across culture. Thank you.